Hey everybody, welcome to the video on this beautiful day of life. My name is Mr. Owen Fox, and so nice to have you joining me today and for me to personally share my unique expression, just like the way we are all beautifully unique. And in today's video I want to share with you how what the real secret in life is in terms of other people, and that is to treat other people in the way you'd like to be treated and to speak to others in the way you'd like to be spoken to, there or thereabouts approximately, with kindness, compassion, care, integrity, thoughtfulness, consideration, appreciation, sweetness, like respect, love, honor, dignity, grace. Grace is a big one. um, so yeah, one of my friends is called Grace Abounds on Facebook. So that's the secret to treating how you treat animals, pets, older people, younger people, siblings, your mother, your father. Just put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, if you were them, how would you like to be treated? So, but then the grey area is like people have expectations on how they want to be treated, and a lot of the time they're unrealistic expectations or double standards. So you can't be a people's pleaser either. You have to be true to yourself, and that's the number one law, everyone. The number one most spiritual thing in the world, more or less, is to be true to yourself. It's one of the top ones, to be true to yourself. To thine own self be true. You have to live your truth. You have to honor yourself primarily. You have to love yourself primarily. You have to take care of yourself like hugely as well. Don't be sacrificing yourself like too much for too long in a really unbalanced type of way. But maybe a little bit here and there. That's okay. That's part of life. That's the grey area. That's acceptable. So then, the most important thing overall in life, the purpose of life is obvious. It's everything that comes here to be alive. Is the purpose is to experience, and that's self-evident. It's not. You don't have to be too wise or thoughtful to understand that. But the purpose of this great spirit or source of the universe is to experience itself through a myriad of a million different types of forms, like billions and trillions of different forms. So yeah, treat others like you'd like to be treated. Do unto others like you'd like to have done unto you. Speak to others in a beautiful way you'd like to be spoken to. And that's a tricky one, especially when there's emotions involved and triggers and pain body and ego and all this sort of stuff. But like I said earlier, honor, dignity, grace, honor, dignity, grace, integrity, sweetness, kindness, compassion, love, respect, forgiveness. And then, free will exists, and we're always changing and evolving and adapting. So the second purpose of life, apart from the obvious experience itself, is to create. As we evolve, we create different things. So every moment, every second of life is a creative experience. We're choosing and creating and putting out there thoughts, actions, words, and energy. So in that way, we're contributing and creating. So life is a co-creative experience of everything, and a creative experience coming from ourselves. So yeah, the constant change is the rule of the universe. So as we change and grow and adapt and evolve and deepen, so too is how and what we create and what we want to create and what we're passionate and interested in. So life is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gift. And today's a gorgeous day. Every day is beautiful. Doesn't matter what the weather's like. I just got soaked in my jacket. But at the end of the day, the rain doesn't limit us. It's our thoughts that limit us about the weather. So just bear that in mind. So let's be free and let's be loving, everybody. And let's treat each other with love. And what is love? Because that's the question. Love is not just a four-letter word. Love is a bunch of virtues and positive attributes that we need to cultivate with awareness and purpose and planning even. It's intentional growth and cultivation of positive attributes and virtues. Things like love is to build other people. Love is not to kill, in my opinion, for sure. We all know that. We all know that instinctively. It's not loving to kill like an animal or like a pet or a person or another human being. Yeah, so love is to keep alive. Love is not just to keep alive, but to treat with a lot of love and kindness and care and tenderness and gentleness. Love is gentleness and sweetness for the most part. Love is to help create beauty in those around you and the world around you. Love is to uplift and to empower. Love is to create good feelings in other people and animals. Love is to help nurture positive emotions in animals and people. It's to cultivate safety in animals and in people too. Like if we're scaring or mistreating or bullying or abusing, that's not loving, and it's creating fear and not safety. So love is to cultivate and build safety and confidence in our children, in our pets, in other animals, and in other human beings who aren't necessarily our family, our immediate family. even strangers. So love is to treat with dignity and care and respect and honor and grace. So yeah, that's what my passion is: personal growth, expansion, and evolution of my consciousness, my heart, my mind, my body. So yeah, have a lovely day, everyone. Hope this video helped you. If you've just joined in, just like go back to the beginning. It's like a really, really lovely message in this video. I really like highly vibe with this video. I talked fast because I have to do work, but I just had a creative impulse to like shoot this video out here. And so yeah, be unique. We're all unique and special, everybody. We truly are. So be unique, be you, be your own beautiful self, and let go of the fears of societal conditioning and programming. Let loose, express yourself into the world with love and compassion and dignity, but be free, be yourself. Me personally, I'm very jokey, I'm very like silly. I like to joke and make people laugh. I'm very often like daily, like have generally do ridiculous, be ridiculous, silly, jokey, funny, bizarre, wacky, abstract, alternative humor, jokes, compliments, comments, and I just make a whole lot of people laugh every day, and it's just fantastic. It's really, really, really good energy, to be honest. Like the energy and vibration and the connection that goes on, the intimacy that it develops, the connection. We're no longer strangers. We're just like two beings who are alive, who are like having a happy, fun time, looking each other in the eyes, like smiling, feeling happy. Love is to leave others optimally, and this is the harder, but love is to leave others better off after you go than before you met them. And that's tricky, especially with our relationships and our partners and those that trigger us the most. So idealistically, and this is the goal, everyone, and this is what I said earlier about love is a bunch of virtues and positive traits that we plan on and cultivate intentionally and work at developing by letting go of the blocks and actually stepping into our heart zone. So optimally, love is definitely to leave people better off after you bumped into them or met them than worse off. Okay, better now than before, you know. So that's a tricky one with people who are close to like our closest partners or family, because there's an awful lot of ego and emotions to work through, and these are the blocks, like I mentioned. So we deepen and grow and evolve our consciousness and our heart as we let go and identify the problem, the fault, the issue, you get me, just different words, and you let go of the blocks and the heaviness and the stagnations, and you let flow, because you unobstruct the passageways of energy in our chakras and our meridians and our heart, our aura, our field. So yeah, that's like, for me, this is like the greatest like sort of majesty and artistic influence and our greatest sculpture or art piece that we could ever make. It is us. And there's many quotes out there saying that, but like I fully 100% vibe with that and know that we are our greatest masterpiece that we'll ever do. And as we make ourselves to be who we are into a creative project, as the Conversation with God mentions, which is one of my favorite ever channeled books ever. You can get an audiobook or a physical book, but I recommend the audiobook. It's really good. Life is a constant process of choosing who you wish to be and who you wish to become. It's constant self-making and self-renewal and self-regrowth and blossoming new. It's constantly new. You're always new in every single moment. So when you meet me today, I'm different than I was yesterday. When I meet you today, and you're different than you were like 5 minutes ago. So like people change, and like we change our energy, vibrations, thoughts, perspectives, attitudes, outlooks, belief systems, egos change. So as we start the awakening process and the awakening path, and that's the path of honesty, transparency, vulnerability, stop blaming people and taking accountability for ourselves, and the path of personal healing and accountability, and being yourself instead of what everyone wants you to be, like your family or your culture, all this pressure, like be a doctor, like be a nurse, like be a mechanic, be this, be that, don't be an artist, don't be a singer, like these don't make enough money, like don't be silly, like don't be this, don't be that, don't joke this way, live life this way, go there, don't sit down. So there's a million rules. But like one of the most beautiful things for me personally, which I totally adore and love and cherish, is stepping out of all the preordained, preconditioned, like robotic type of automatic behaviors. That's where an awful lot of my like bizarre, or not bizarre, I'm just sort of being a little bit funny here, bizarre, funny, jokey, over the top, like extreme funny. It's often like just doing something that's a bit quirky. It's out of the expected thing. Like you go to the checkout at a shop. Hi, how are you today? Yeah, good, thanks, how are you? Like, I do all sorts of fun things. Like, it says, like, hi, how are you today? Like, how's your family? How's your mother today? Or, like, I don't usually say mother in case I pass on, but how's your family today? Or, like, how are you yesterday? That's one of my funniest ones. How are you yesterday? And then then it's like, how are you tomorrow? and then they just know they're dealing with like some sort of like funny guy, and then they're like their blocks and the ego breaks down because it's being shaken. Like it's like their computer's like short, just quick short circuit. So I love to like step people out of their automatic like automatic living and step into a original, creative, in the moment, living in the now, being present, person to person, human to human, life form to life form, connection. And that's why I said it's intimacy earlier on. That's intimacy. That's reality. That's truth. It's realness. It's connection. Instead of like just like, hi, how are you? I'm good, thanks. Yeah, bye, bye, bye. You know, the whole thing you say it 1,000 times over to 1,000 customers in a day. You know, like how boring is that? So like I not only do it for my own personal like fun and entertainment and jokes and wanting to like really truly connect with people, but I say like I compliment people. I also do it for them, so they're so bored, and like just give them a chance to like awaken and break out of the typical cycle of like ordinary, boring living that's repetitive a billion times over. Love expressing this. So yeah, that's it, everybody. So that's the bottom line. Like that's this video just like totally off. So I just like pressed the button like live video, and I started off like saying one thing, but it progressed into a whole lot of tributaries, like a big river, a big stream, like branching off into the sea, into the beautiful delta. So yeah, I hope this video helps you truly, for everyone and anyone who's either already starting the awakening and healing path and self-honesty and taking responsibility path, and heart blossoming path, and originality, creative you path, and even people who are just still like kind of a bit more on the fuller or asleep side still. This would be a kick-ass video to share with the people who you know, like any of your friends or family, or like your social media, and like that would be my biggest hope, you know, like to spread the word. And that's why I make this video, to like help empower, which is one of the many attributes of love. I want to help empower you, like to grow up spiritual maturity, emotional maturity. Like that's what one of the beautiful things in life that I love the most is. So yeah, like I hope this video really does help you, and like do please feel very welcome to share. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Or if you have any ideas to possibly collaborate, or even just your own input to share, or video requests, possibly, just leave them below. And yeah, I love to get back to you. So thanks very much, and have a beautiful day. Beautiful sweet souls. We all have guides, and we all have a beautiful angelic light being team. So always don't be too self-centered. Like just realize people who are out there in the world who might have conflict with, or we don't like, or this, that, and the other, like they are going through their path with their guides, loving beings and helpers and angels on their side too. So it's not just all about us. Like the world doesn't just revolve around us. So just bear that in mind. And that for me, when I acknowledge this, it bears respect, like dignity and honor and grace towards them. It makes me step out of me only towards them inclusively. The one love, one family instead of me. That's what my YouTube channel name is. It's Owen Fox, one love, one family. Because truly, energetically and spiritually, we're all connected and one. But as an ego, or as you could say, an individual physical body, we are not one, we are separate. But energetically, we're all connected in the sea of energy and sea of consciousness and the bigger spiritual picture also. So this is beautiful. And just remember, what you do unto another, true, you end up doing unto yourself to a certain degree, and it's a big enough degree to be worthwhile bearing in mind and reflecting on this and studying or meditating this idea. And what you do unto yourself, but this is the opposite twist of it, you do unto another. And that even gives me like goose pimples, because people are so usually egocentric, like just only about ourselves. We forget. But the thing is, when you love yourself, you end up loving everyone, because we're all connected. And when you love another, getting more goose pimples, goosebumps, whatever the word is, you love, you do unto yourself. And that is absolutely amazing. That is like so empowering, so beautiful. Like the power we have as creators is unbelievable. It really, 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 really is. It's just like staggering and breathtaking. Like we are so powerful beings, and deep down we are love. But to practice love, like, and get to love, like I mentioned, oh my God, this is like funny things are coming to me here. It's like download almost, something like that. We're original blueprint is love, but when we come into this world and all the programming and conditioning and brainwashing and indoctrination and the teaching, We come as a blank CD, like a computer CD, and everything is written onto us. We're innocent beings, and we get our original natural love becomes obscured and like a big dirty load of mud on our windscreen. And then little by little we have to start wiping and cleaning our window. And that's what I mean by clearing our energy pathways, our heart, our meridian, and our aura, our energy field, our mind, all the blockages and false ideas and a whole lot of stuff. So stepping back into love more and more is awakening, and it's one of like the sweetest things ever. So yeah, it's lovely because like, so Bear, you're watching and learning, which is phenomenal. You're doing that to yourself, but you're doing that to others. You're helping others to learn and grow from you learning and growing. And by me like sort of expressing and teaching and being authentic and original, sort of like creating myself with this video, and what I do unto myself I do unto others. So I'm getting pleasure and satisfaction and fulfillment, and I'm sharing that energy with the world, and we're all interconnected, and everyone will feel it. And your openness to listen and learn and maybe even share, you are basically getting that given back to you. If you want someone to listen and share or learn, be a good student from you, if ever you have an interaction with anyone and you'd like them to listen to you, you're spreading that out there, everyone, just by being and doing something in energy, by being a vibration and sharing and doing something from that vibration, even if the doing is just listening or learning. That's an act in itself. So that is absolutely amazing. I love this stuff. This is crazy. So yeah, it's beautiful and powerful. I know, I just love feeling love. It's my favorite thing ever. Like being more unconditionally loving to everybody and all inclusive. It's just like the best feeling I've ever had in my life. The raising of my consciousness and the deepening of my heart is like the favorite feeling I've ever had in my life, basically speaking. You know, it's other things that are up there are like stuff like just having a very strong, deep, loving connection with like somebody, like a family member or a partner potentially. So the closest people. So anyway, but really, yeah, this is like more encompassing and like deeper, because you're not just like being happiest or closest with the people who give most back to you. This is an overall vibration of like giving and being. It's like embodying, and yeah, it takes integration to be what you've started to learn at the beginning, which is from being open in the first place. So there's different steps and stages to the final product of embodying and being. Everyone, lots of love to you. Thanks again for watching, and I'd love to see you again in another video. Until then, have a beautiful, lovely day, and thanks again for watching. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm so happy to share with you. Thanks so much for listening as well. Talk to you again another day. Lots of love to you, and my name is Owen Fox from Bray, County Wicklow in Ireland at the moment. Yeah, that's all I want to say. So nice to connect with you. Let me just pick this up. Knock it off. Yay.